Hey everyone, thanks for visiting. Welcome to our channel. My name is Pat Neve, and this is a sign painter's journey. Hey again, Pat Neve, and this is a sign painter's journey. Since this is my first episode, I'd like to give you some insight of my goals and where I'm starting, where I want the channel to go, and what I want to teach and what I want to learn on the channel. So let's see where it takes us. Enjoy the ride. My journey started around 50 years ago when I was 9 years old. I would sweep up my dad's shop, coat out boards, take out the trash. He would let me fill in the letters and help me learn some brush techniques. By my late teens and into my 20s, I took my dad's one-man hand painting shop and moved it forward into the computer age. So for the next 25 years, I worked with my dad every day, and we were pretty much a production shop. Here in Florida, building was booming in the 80s. There were a lot of trade, plumbers, air conditioning, a lot of real estate, a lot of builders, developers, so we were doing a lot of signs. Most of the signs we did were computer generated, but we did quite a few dimensional signs. I always kept my hand in the craft of traditional sign making. And basically that's what I want to put up here and on this channel, on this our journey together, sign painter's journey. It's not just lettering, it's not just how to pick out brushes. I do want to go through all of that, but it's also cutting out panels, painting boards, learning what kind of substrate to use. I want to show you what to do after the substrate is ready, how to trim it. I want to give you examples on how I do things. Here's a brief example of the kind of tips and tricks that I want to show you. I've got my pounce pattern where I want it for the main lettering. You can see I put these tick marks here so that I can drop it down when I do my shadow. I'd like to show you how to get your ideas onto the board, how to lay out lines, how to project, how different ways to get your patterns up there. You can hand sketch it, you can make a paper pattern, you can use Sarl paper. I'm projecting this here, and then once you get it, what kind of brush do you use to start your lettering? And I'm going to narrate how I'm pulling that brush and the way I'm carrying the paint. I'm going to have practice sessions. I'm not the best person with script. Let's be real, I have no script at all. We will get into brushes. I'm going to show you the types to use, the type of paint. There's new paints coming out that we're going to be trying out and see what we like best. There's production part of sign making that I want to show you. What kind of primer do you use? What kind of paints? How do you roll it out to get a nice smooth finish? Then once you get it into production, how do you cut out on a bandsaw? How do you do production on things? Let me show you a little play-by-play action of what I want to give you guys. Started to see already. I've got my brush loaded up. I showed you how to palette earlier. Don't mind that string hanging from my finger. I like to cheat. I like to come in low and go high. I don't like wiping things off. So I've got my brush pretty well balanced in terms of the flood in the brush. You can see as I came up there, because I'm used to my type styles, I know that I can round that inside off. I guess that kind of wraps up this episode. I wanted to keep it short and sort of introduce myself and put feelers out there and see if anyone is really interested in learning about signs and this craft. Moving forward, the plan is to create content based on your comments and questions. It doesn't mean I'm going to do a new video for every how do you do this, but your questions are greatly going to determine the types of videos that I do in the future. Of course, I'm going to do more signs, where I get inspiration, where you can get inspiration, the types of resources that I use, the books, websites, other YouTubers that inspire me, where I get my supplies. There are workshops out there, hand lettering workshops, three-dimensional signage workshops that you may be interested in. Do you want to see some computer graphics, how to lay out signs and design signs? Do you want to know the business end of it? I don't know. I'm not going to know unless you tell me. In the comments, let me know. I may do a good sign, bad sign type of critique, layout, colors, that sort of thing. Again, it all comes down to you guys letting me know what you want to see. So let's head on over to the outro and we'll move on from here. Thanks for watching. Alright, I guess we're going to wrap that one up. It only took 6 months to do this first video. I didn't know anything about video editing or camera angles, and I had a problem with that camera. You'll see down the road I had some blurring and stuff like that, but I'm getting better with that, so hopefully down the road we'll be able to have better videos and stuff like that. I do want to say that I am not very good, really, when you get right down to it. There are people out there who are so much better than I am, and hopefully we'll be able to look at some of their work maybe and get inspired by that. A lot of the reason I wanted to do this was to force myself into getting back into it and doing practice sessions. And see, I'm a mechanical painter. If it's on a board, I can letter it. I have basic brush skills and stuff like that because I spent a lot of time with my dad in my shop, and I did paint a lot of things. Letter styles, when you work doing thousands of signs for 30 years or so, you kind of get an idea for letter styles. You hand cut a lot of stuff. It gives you the shape and that sort of thing. So, but when it comes to brush on surface, I don't have a casual, I don't have a script. If I sketch it out and double line it, I can do it. But I don't have it right out the tip of my brush. So that's something I'm looking forward to doing. So anyway, coming up next, I've got a longer version of that Craftsman video that I previewed there earlier. Again, I had problems with the camera and stuff like that, but let's play it through and see where we go from there. That will be my second video, so be gentle. Again, one last time, thanks for coming. My name is Neve, and this is the Sign Painter's Journey. Let's see where it goes.